Good morning, my lovelies. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. This is day 6, I really hope that's right, of 30 days of lockdown yoga. And we are going to be focusing on hips. So we have a little flow, which is going to target the hip area, inner hips, and the front of the hip flexors. So it's going to be a great class if that is a problem area for you. Grab your mat and we will go and get started. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoy it, and of course subscribe to stay updated. I'm posting out a new video every single day for 30 days. Okay, my lovelies, we are gonna start our class in our child's pose. So allowing the knees to open to the side, slowly walking the arms forward. And finding an active child's pose here, so keep the elbows lifted, arms nice and straight out in front, and your forehead just resting to the mat. Find some nice deep abdominal breaths as you just take a minute to allow yourself to arrive on your mat. Either staying here or lifting onto your fingertips and sending the gaze forward, trying to draw the chin and the chest towards the mat. This is going to allow you to open up a little deeper into the inner hips. Just find 3 more breaths here. And then on your next inhale, slowly drawing forward into our tabletop position. Working straight into the hips, so we want to keep the core strong here. We're going to bend into the right knee and send the sole of the right foot up towards the ceiling. Start to open into the right hip, creating circles. And these circles can be as big or as small as you wish. And change direction, so reverse those circles. Keep going just for 1, 2, 3. From here, keep that right leg lifted and step it to the outside of the right hand. So we're bringing ourselves into our lizard pose, which we're going to keep the circling theme going. So whichever direction you wish, just start to circle into the hips. If you're quite tight in the hips, these circles are going to be small, and that's okay. If you're quite flexible, you're going to be able to draw really big circles with the hips. We're just warming them up before our flow. Change directions. And then pausing in our lizard pose just for a few breaths, really allowing the hips to sink down towards the mat. If you want to take it further, you can come down to your forearms and let that right knee drop out to the side. Well done. Slowly coming back up onto the hands. Draw the right leg back and give it a little shake out. Switching sides. Brace the core again. Left foot extends up towards the ceiling and we're opening into that left hip joint. And then reverse. You've got 3, 2, 1. Left foot comes to the outside of the left hand and we are back in our lizard pose. Circling into the hips, whichever direction you wish first. And reverse that movement. Perfect. And then we're going to hold in our lizard pose on the hands, or making your way down to your forearms, allowing that left knee to slightly drop out to the side. And slowly coming back up onto the hands, draw the left leg back, shake it out. And then we're back in our tabletop position. Tuck the toes underneath, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a moment to pause in your down dog. Find a little bit of movement if that feels good. We're going to pause here and just work to open up the hips. So on your next inhale, right leg lifts, three-legged dog. And as you exhale, open your right hip over your left hip, drawing that right heel to your left glute. And slowly place that right foot down. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, left hip stacks over right hip, left heel drops down to your right glute. And then slowly coming back to downward facing dog. Send the gaze to the hands and slowly start to walk your feet to the top of the mat, with or without the hands down. And we're going to meet in our ragdoll, so soft bend into the knees. Find the elbows, relax completely into the upper body. Just take a little sway from side to side. On your next inhale, hands coming to the shins or fingertips to the mat as you straighten out the spine and open up the chest. Exhale, forward fold, maybe hands around the back of the legs just to draw in a little bit deeper into that fold. Inhale, press the palms together, draw all the way up. Lift the gaze, maybe find a little back bend into the upper back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lengthen the spine, open the chest. Bending into the knees, step back to your high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On your next inhale, right leg lifts, three-legged dog. Keep the toes pointed, press down for your left heel. And right foot between the hands, lower down to your left knee. We're going to press the palms together and draw up and out of the hip crease on our inhale. We want to find a nice stretch into the front of your left hip. See if you can gaze up towards the thumbs. Good. Hands down, back knee lifts. Step to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, draw the energy all the way up to standing. Lift the gaze. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lengthen. From here, stepping back to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts, three-legged dog. Point the toes, press down through your right heel. Left foot between the hands. Lower down to the right knee. Press the palms together, inhale, draw up, and send the gaze up towards the thumbs. Hands come down, lift the back knee, step to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, palms together, standing, lift the gaze. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Stepping back to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Just pause in your down dog for a couple rounds of the breath. And then on your next inhale, right leg lifts, three-legged dog. Same thing, pressing down through that left heel. Maybe you can find a little bit more length through the back of the left leg. Right foot steps between the hands, but we keep that back knee lifted. And on an inhale, we're going to press the palms together and draw all the way up into our high lunge. See if you can gaze up towards the thumbs, testing your balance. Perfect, and slowly on your next exhale, drop the back heel down and spin open to warrior two. Let the arms reach out to the side. Back hip drops down and forward. Flipping the front palm strong through the legs. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, right hand inside of the right foot. Extend it side angle, left arm reaches up towards the ceiling. From here, maybe find a half bind round the back or your full bind. Draw the left shoulder back and hold just for a few more breaths. Strong through the legs. Placing the right hand down, left arm lifts. Press through that right foot as you draw all the way up on your inhale. We're back in our warrior two. Fingers interlace behind the back. Draw the shoulder blades down, lift the chest towards the ceiling as you inhale. Legs stay in warrior two and we take humble warrior. So on an exhale, fold to the inside of your right leg. Crown of the head drops and the arms follow. Take some nice deep breaths here, just letting the weight of your body do all of the work for you. Well done, and slowly release the hands down to the mat. We're going to turn the right toes in and spin the left toes up towards the ceiling. So we're down in our side yogi squat. So from here, you can keep the hands down if you need to. Sorry, I'm facing away from you. Or you can bring them to the heart center. If you can here, you reach out the arms, making sure that right knee is resting at the top of the right tricep. So from here, maybe you find a bind around your right knee, opening your chest towards the left foot. Well done, wherever you are, you've got 3 breaths. Slowly release and walk the hands around the right foot, flowing all the way down to the left knee. Taking a little rest in our low lunge. So just let the hands frame the front foot. Make sure your knee is over the ankle and just relax as much as you can into the hips. If you want to take it a little bit further, then just lift up. You can either rest your forearms or interlace the fingers and just rest the hands onto the top of the thigh. Take some nice deep breaths, relaxing into the hips every exhale. Well done, slowly bring the hands down. Back toes tuck underneath. Lift the back knee, we're going to step to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale takes you all the way back, downward facing dog. Well done, we're going to switch sides. Inhale, left leg lifts, three-legged dog. So again, trying to go a little deeper into the back of your right leg. Left foot steps between the hands. Press the palms together on an inhale, we're in our high lunge. Seeing if we can shift the gaze up towards the thumbs. On our exhale, opening up to warrior two, reaching through the fingertips. Back hip drops down and forwards. Brace the core, flip the front palm, inhale, reverse. Good, coming back up through warrior two, and then exhale into our extended side angle. With a half bind around the back, or maybe you're finding that full bind. Right shoulder draws back. You're going to hold for 3 breaths here. Beautiful. Gently release that bind. Press through the left foot. Inhale, draw all the way up. We're back in our warrior two. Fingers interlace behind the back. Draw the shoulder blades down and lift the chest to the ceiling. On your exhale, we're folding to the inside of the left leg. Crown of the head drops and the arms follow. Keep the breath flowing here, strong through the legs. Well done, and then slowly release the hands to the mat. Turn the left toes in and spin onto the right heel. Spin onto the right heel. Hands stay down if they need to, or we bring them to the heart center. Maybe opening on your inhale and finding that bind. Remembering that this is all optional, looking towards the right toes this time. And slowly, hands down, spin around your left foot. And we're all the way down into our low lunge. And you can use the hands as support, or we rest onto the top of the thigh. We want to really lean forward and relax with every breath. Well done. From here, we're going to flow out for the last time. Hands come down to frame the left foot. Back toes tuck underneath, knee lift. Step back to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhaling to our last downward facing dog. So just pause in that down dog for another couple of breaths. And then we're slowly coming down to seated. We're actually going to come down onto our back. So we're going to do a little bit more hip work, but laying down, so nice and relaxed. So slowly come down onto your back. We're going to hug the right knee in and extend the left leg. Give the right knee a little rock from side to side. We're going to find our half happy baby pose. So left hand rests on the left hip. Right arm reaches through the inside of the right leg. And it either finds the front of the right ankle or it finds the outside of the right foot. So if this is enough, we just pause here. Or if you want a little bit more, we're going to lift and we're going to lower this right leg. So we draw up on an inhale, foot comes over the knee, and then draw down on an exhale. And we keep that going, inhaling, foot comes over the knee, and exhale. And just keep that moving with your breath. Find your last one. And this time we can really hold it and deepen that stretch if you wish. So try and draw your right shoulder and shoulder blade down towards the mat, getting this right knee a little closer towards the floor. 3 deep abdominal breaths before we switch sides. And then slowly draw the right leg all the way down and gently extend it. Hug the left knee in and give it a little rock from side to side. And then from here, that left hand comes down. It either finds the front of the left ankle or the outside of the left foot. And I like to keep my right hand on my hip just to keep the lower back nice and flat on the mat. On your inhale, left foot comes over the knee. And on your exhale, draw the leg back down. Move with the breath. Inhale to extend. And exhale to lower. Keep that going. This time holding it. If you wish to deepen that stretch, draw that left shoulder and shoulder blade further down towards the floor, putting a little bit more pressure onto the sole of the left foot. 3 breaths here. And we're going to leave that left leg where it is. If you can, you draw in the right leg and we find our happy baby pose to finish. So you can hold still here or take a little rock from side to side. And if you really want to deepen that stretch, pull both shoulder blades down, trying to draw the shoulders towards the mat. 3 final abdominal breaths. Big inhale, big exhale, in and out of the belly. Well done, and then slowly bring the soles of the feet together. And we're going to finish with our reclined butterfly pose. So let the knees open, let the hands rest onto the belly, and let the eyes close. Relax as much as you can. So with every exhale, feeling any tension, any tightness from the body melting away on the breath. We're going to stay here for one final minute of our practice, knowing that for this minute, there's nowhere else for you to be, nothing else for you to do. Dedicate this minute to resting, relaxing, allowing everything to just be exactly as it is. And now slowly, one at a time, let the knees float together. Just take this stillness from your final pose with you off your mat. Let it join you either into your evening or into your day. Gently hug the knees in or find any other movements that feel good. And slowly coming back to seated. Just bring the palms together at the heart center. Inhaling as you lengthen the spine. Relaxing into your exhale. Take a moment to thank yourself. Send yourself gratitude for taking this time out, dedicating it to both body and mind. Bow the head to the heart. Namaste.